Once there was a merchant who owned a clever but lazy donkey. The merchant made his living by transporting salt, and every day he had the donkey carry heavy sacks of salt across a shallow river to the market. One day, while the donkey was carrying a salt sack across the river, it accidentally slipped and fell into the water. The salt dissolved into the river, and when the donkey got up, it found that the sack on its back had become much lighter. The donkey was secretly pleased and thought, "So falling in the water can lighten my load so much." The next day, when the donkey again arrived at the river with a salt sack, it deliberately pretended to slip in the water. Once more the salt dissolved, and its load became lighter again. The donkey was delighted, believing it had discovered a clever trick to lessen its burden. However, the merchant soon discovered the donkey's trick and decided to teach it a lesson about the consequences of using petty cleverness. On the third day, the merchant replaced the salt sack with a package of cotton. Unaware, the donkey went to the river and once again pretended to slip in the water. But this time, the outcome was entirely different. The cotton quickly absorbed water and became extremely heavy. The donkey struggled to stand up and found that it could barely move. It had to clench its teeth in order to make progress. Exhausted, the donkey trudged the rest of the way, spending the entire day in fatigue. This harsh lesson made the donkey deeply realize that a petty, clever trick might bring temporary benefit, but will eventually lead to great suffering. From then on, it no longer dared to be lazy or try to cheat its burden, and it obediently performed its work. The merchant, pleased to see that the donkey had finally learned the value of honest, hard work, even rewarded it with extra delicious hay. This story tells us that one should not be crafty or take shortcuts, because in the end, it will only harm oneself.